Hey, what is up guys, it's Dreams here and welcome to my YouTube channel, and today we're going to be looking at a fan fiction that I found on Reddit. Now, I looked at it for 2 seconds and I honestly don't know what to think. They said that it was a recently uploaded terrible DBZ fanfic I found. Now, I don't know if he made it or if he actually found it, but it's pretty bad. I just read the disclaimer and it's just toxic as hell. So let's just get right into the video. Disclaimer. I don't own all the things. I don't own know-how. Like this thing I don't own, which are Dragon Balls. This are being a Transball fanfic about the Roar of Eternity. It's a story that goes like this. One day Frieza blew up Porunga for not making him immortal. So Porunga roared, and since Porunga is an eternal dragon, his roar was so eternal, so it was happening in all times ever cause it was eternal, and that's the definition of eternal. This eternal roar of eternity reached backwards in time and roared into Firenze when he as a Bobby, and this was pretty good for Plant Vegeta, because it didn't get destroyed, but now there was lots of sayings instead of just 4. So the Saiyans attacked Earth, and since there was lots of them, Goku died. Then Tesatans beat up all the humans and Piccolo and made them slaves and blew up Earth, but just the outer part of the Earth. So they could sell the plant. During this time, all the times the Roar of Eternity was still roaring, roarily. Meanwhile, in Dead Dude's world, Goku was Dead Dude's. He even had a Dead Dude ring above his head. A Kame, and Kame was talking to King Yam for him to get him to be able to go to King Kai's plant. Unfortunately, Goku had to run on Snake Way for a really long time to get to King Kai's planet, just like in the show. Meanwhile, in Alive Dude worlds, Prongo was still roaring last week, last year, last century, today, tomorrow, and 100 decades from Sheer and everywhere at Uncle, and his roaring was straighting to roar holies in the spack time continuum. The Supreme Pizza for time would be looped into it, but she was hungry, so she ate it lunch instead. Meanwhile, in Dead People words, Goku was flying on Snake Way, but then he had to sleep because his dude was hurting. He is Snake Way Strat Weapon Dude Kami and gave his a ridden. Now Gook would get by with it all the time. Decay be cows his dudun because hey, what does dudun do? Goku asked. Oh, that's the vestigial organ. The digestive organ. What are they talking about? I don't know what he's saying. What is dun? I can't say it. Like your appendix or your liver, is completely useless to try to be explained. Oh, cool. What's a real life? A Relfie? The Goku intelligently ripped out his donut. Realizing he couldn't die from blood loss because he already dead. No longer the donut pain, he flipped off and flew away. What he did not notice was his dead dude ring disappeared. Meanwhile, in the future, let me scroll a little. In the future, a big purple cat dude and a blue Angie dude was eating instead of fixing the time holes. Meanwhile, in the present, all the Saiyans were wrapping their new woman salves and butt raping their new dude slave salves and making them fight to the death for their amusement? What the hell? One day, those Burps and Wiz got full and they wanted to go to sleep. But it was so loud, so Burps bitch smacked the roar of eternity that was roaring a lot, shouting, "You stop your bitching, you damn past Dargan." Yen, the roar stopped, then Wiz and Burps, they said, the Wiz and Burps said, "Hey, we have to go past and back," and blew up the Saiyans now. The Burps shame on the dead past dragon dude, making a distracting god time Dargan, travel. I can't read this. It's like so bad I can't read it. Why? Ridiculous. If it wasn't a destructi god, I would crate him so I could destroy his again. And I have a good men to blow up Frienza too for not blowing up the Saiyans plant like I told him. Well, let's go. So which took them back time to blow yip the Saiyans, and he said, "You evil Sings, I shall blow you up unless you have delicious fud." But the Saiyans said, "Roar and fuck you." And the Earthlings was like, "Please just blew up the Saiyans and not Earth, 'cause Earth has tasty fud we Zen give to you." So Burps, who liked tasty fud, only blew up the Saiyans, and the Saiyans died because Burps is a Stroganoff, god of destruction in Universe 7. Then the Earthling gave Burps lots of tasty fud, but Wiz had to suck down the outer part of Earth first, since the Saiyans blew it up earlier. Meanwhile, in the Preston butt Wivgok in Dead Dude's world, Goksu, god of King Kai's plant, and King Kai was like, "Hey, you ain't dead." And Goku's always all, "Yeah, I am the Saiyans killed me." And Kinag Kai noticed the blood and was like, "Wait, you repeat out your dude in him? How did you find out?" Hatat, it's that organ. What keeps you dead? Now you're immeasurable and you'll never die either. Oh well, as long as you hear, I might as well teach you the Kraken and the mighty soul kaboom. And Godku was like, "How can you forget the name of your own technique?" So King Cow was like, "It's not often I have company. I don't get to say names much, alright? Okay, so do we have to do anything about my dudonium?" Goku asked. "Nah. Not as long as you keep your immortality a secret from everyone. You can't tell everyone because everyone will rip out their doodlim and be immortal, and that would be bad for no reason." I bet you love this chapter, which is a chapter 1, didn't you? You should tell me how awesome was in the reviews. That would be cool to read. Okay. Okay. So, I just realized that there is several chapters that I will get into. We'll call this part 1 of The Roar of Eternity by Non-Bendo from Fanfiction.com that I found on Reddit. I honestly feel like this is a joke fanfiction. Of course, like, there's a lot of people that take this seriously. So, and you can tell that if he actually spells like this, though, okay, probably a good story if I'm trying to be nice. But if you're just joking around, yeah, what the hell is this? So I hope I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.